Welcome back. So, quick recap of what we did last time. We got into a new research. We got into these special ants here. These are pod worker ants. These are pod worker ants Mark 1. These are very special, for they run off of energy. They do deteriorate, as you can tell. This is a fresh one, so he has 5 minutes to work. All right. So when they get old, they come here to get refueled. Now, if you look, when the energy drips, it disappears. Now it's a pod worker and empty. Has 3 minutes to work. So it's just going to sit here until it can get in here and get an energy pod added to it. This entire setup and this is all supported by itself. I do not have to input any more new ants in here. It's just going to create excess power and the fiber. My goal is to get a majority of my ants converted into that. If you do that, we can start doing this stuff. We won't have to constantly make new ants, because I'm thinking that maybe the ants, like every time it lays a queen, it loses a bit of energy. I'm not sure. How can we do this? I am not exactly sure. To make more of those ants, I need glass. So I guess the first thing you do is get some of these. We won't be able to make them. I guess the first job is to try and get back up to stage 6. So let's take a look. So we have concrete production, but do we need that? Do we need concrete production? How much rubble we have? We do not have a lot of rubble. So we have 205 concrete. Let's eliminate that. We don't need any more. So when these guys come back down to drop this stuff off, I'll put it back on its main track and put it back onto something else. Now this is copper and this is glass, but there is no request for that. We are maxed out. Awesome. Maxed out on iron ingots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this one off and have them come out, bring them down, put them here so you can drop that off into the trash can and stop carrying that. You can go back down here. So we're gonna, So we're gonna stop all forges. We are gonna focus on just trying to get more energy to boost our numbers. So I end up replacing ants coming up here with my mortal ants. They never die. They can haul and forge, so they'll sit there and keep feeding her, and I have one ant going around in circles. So what else can we eliminate? I think we already stopped the production of screws. Okay. We already stopped the production of fiber. Wow. Like, we have hardly any jobs left. Except making plates. We're really low on plates. And drones. Alright, so I got that guy dropped off and he's on his way to the energy pod fields. Now, I want to double check on this. Looks like those are good. Scrap is coming in good. Awesome. We have recycler. We're doing good. So, we are going to move the larva over here. Now, we're going to start collecting glass over here. Now, this takes driller ants. I'm not going to do that. So, we're going to delete this. Clean up this. Clean up this. All right. Drones come down, get some energy pods. That's nice. All right. We need an assembler, which I literally just destroyed, so that's fine. And we have energy pods that we collect. Hopefully the Mark IIs last longer, so we'll see. So let's get that back out so I can take a look. Change. To make these, we just need light bulbs. What we're going to do, that's why we're here, we're going to move this Change this. 2 light bulbs. And I think we're going to do 5. 5 immortals. We'll do 5 immortals. That should not overburden my drones that are flying. So we will get the light bulbs because I have 11. So what we'll do is we'll go over here, grab a dispenser, come down here, throw it down here. There we go. So when this drone comes around, it's going to grab that, the light bulb, and bring it back over here. And drop the thing off here. Awesome. One of them is going to have to move the drones. Oh, we actually have some over there. Nice. So we are going to change this up. Delete these. Okay. And then we are going to move him to here. And essentially after they... Can I make another one? Do I have enough to make another one? Let's see. Let's see if we have enough to make another one. We are missing some screws and fiber. We are not going to let the drones grab larvae yet. So we'll move this. But we do need some screws. Dispenser, place it. So, all right, cool. So it's going to come down, grab a light bulb. Now, I just need 5 light bulbs over here. I've none yet. As soon as it lands and drops it, that'll be great. I'll come back when I get the second assembler built up.
One eternity later.
So I'm back. I changed my mind. So I'm going to get this finished built with these drones. I end up cutting the drones off because my numbers, even though I've been canceling jobs left and right, like I'm not producing anything now. Nothing. And that number still it's still going down. I don't know why. So I end up cutting off the supply for the drones being rebuilt. So, but they should have enough remaining life to get more, finish building a second one of these. That way when I come back over here, I can establish one of these infinite colonies over here. I have 4 light bulbs over here to make the 4 pod workers. With them coming over here, they're going to need someone to take glass back, so I'll be establishing the drones. And hopefully they'll collect enough of this energy to make them last. I'm hoping with the energy part Mark II that these guys will last a little bit longer instead of 5 minutes. So I did some modification on this. So I put everybody on here to collect more energy pods because we're full. We're full on fiber. We don't need any more fiber. Or we are not making any more fiber. We're not making any more plates, screws. We're not forging anything. Literally every single ant in this colony either helps make more ants, which is 2 of them, or they come over here to collect more energy pods. All the other ones are collecting energy pods down here. Now, why this keeps hovering at 50 is because I end up using a cast gate, or not a cast gate, a stockpile gate. So if you look at this, it's stockpile gate. I assigned it to that thing, and it says enter stockpile containing more than 50. So essentially, as long as the stockpile has 50 or more, an ant will go in there to pick some energy up. It was my attempt to adding more energy to the feeding process. It looks like it might be going back up because I need that extra 50 ants. This colony cannot run on 100 ants. It's firing out of control. I'm still making these, the driller ants, to gather up the rubble because we don't have a big stockpile of rubble. So I'm going to keep this running because it's not that much resource heavy or intensive. I do get, you know, scrap from it. And I am collecting stuff over here. Well, I guess I was. So let's modify this. We'll bring this back here. Throw this. And let's see. Let's delete these. Run a line over here. Collect this. Collect this. Run down here. Oh, that should get them all. And we'll come back over here, go like this, and connect it in. So, and then we'll delete all this. Oh, oops. I'm sorry. Here, run over there. All right. Make sure there's no more ants on that line. Okay, we'll delete this line because we don't need it anymore. Oh, there's a line there. All right, so we'll go like this. There we go. So every pile of scrap iron is being collected. That's great. So after that, other than these little pieces of scrap iron, which I'll send it probably one of my immortal ants to go back and forth and just pick them all up. I'll have to convert all of these type of ants into driller ants, mining ants. They got the little drills. Look at them. Look at them drilling that concrete, getting that rubble. Poke, 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 poke. So as soon as they clean that out, which I don't think they will because this stockpile is not big enough. So we'll clean this out. I'll put them all back on getting these up and running. We're trying to get the collection of... Man, this is a hard balancing act. We have my infant ants. They're just going to sit there and feed the queen. I end up turning off the researching because that was... There's guys running around in circles and there's no reason for that. Nobody was set. This was set to this gate was set to if there's over 50 energy pods in there to go clean it. But I was low on energy pods, so that wasn't working out too hot. So I end up just turning this off too. So let's see. All I can do is just sit and wait and get back up to stage 6. Let's take a look. I got 100 and something points. Is there anything that might be able to help me out? I have the Energy Pod Mark II ants. Research that and that. What about the factory? Should I go to the factory? Smart dispensary? Ooh, smart dispenser, huh? LED terminal. Thumper. I wonder what that is. Small beacon. Energy storage. Collider. Energy Pod Mark II. Energy Mark. Oh, okay. So it looks like we're able to basically combine the Mark 1 energy balls into Mark 2s and the Mark 2s into Mark 3s. That's cool. So let's open up this to see where this leads. What is this? 150 ants. Increased population. That's actually what I'm working on. Because a Mark 6 upgrade gives us 6. So LEDs. Sure, let's unlock that. All right. A building comprised of many bright blinking lights which provide insight into the use of light and color when constructing. What? I have no clue what any of that means. All right. And there it is, another resource of the diamonds. Not sure what that is. So, an advanced type of dispensary. Pick a material and this stock dispensary will try to grab it from any suitable stockpile of it. That's awesome. That is really awesome. You don't have to sign it. You're like, hey, I just want this to pump out this, and I don't have to have one set location. That's cool. That is really cool. Can't make that. All right, cool, cool. So let's ooh, deconstructor. Let's do diode. All right. Accepts goods and deconstructs them into the raw components. I wonder if you could deconstruct ants with that.
You monster!
So that's all the points that I'm able to do. So, all right, let's go back. All right, so we're collecting. We're finally getting ahead of the curve on energy. We're still eating it. It's going back up. Let's see. While we're waiting, let's try and set this up where the infinite ants will be the ones doing it. But the problem is we're going to have to do some calculations. All right. Because the energy ants never die. And I don't want to convert all my ants into energy ants. Because I need a supply of drones. And drones don't come back. Once they get old, they get recycled. I get their fabric back. And they get recycled in that way, but I still need a normal worker ant for that. Also, I need a normal one small worker ant to make the driller ants, because I don't have access to the big driller ants. Come take a look. I need those diamond things. Not sure what those diamond things are yet, but we'll figure it out. We'll get through this. So if I convert all of these into infinite ants, all right, let's be realistic. This colony doesn't need a lot of stuff to run anymore. That's why I have giant stockpiles of stuff, except plates. But that's just because plates take four iron. So we'll do two. We'll do two apiece. So we need 2 for the iron smelting. 2 for the copper smelting, eventually. I'm doing overall. All right. We need 2 for the concrete and 2 for the glass, which leaves us, that's 8 right there. Now, we're going to need 1 for the light bulbs. That's 9. One. We'll just do 1 for fabric for now, because we have a backup, and because we can recycle most of our fabric from the drones, because that's where most of our fabric is going. We really don't need a lot coming in. So 1 for fabric, 1 for copper wire when we get there. Wire. We'll do 2 for this, just for the for this area, because I have the screws turned off, but have 2 in here. That way, if I'm like, I need more screws, I can turn off, and one person can keep making these plates, because they take a lot of material and a lot of time to make. So we'll put 2 in there. All right. So what does that leave us? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. That's 13 ants in here at all times. All right. Now, here we have 2 ants. I think I'm going to leave it there, because they come out. They're small ants. They come in here. They go through it, and they get sent down here. I think we'll leave that as the small ants, and everything. This will be my excess population sent to. I will keep this running for the energy and the fiber. So I think I have like 20 here. I'm going to leave these guys here. I'm not going to touch them. They're just going to stay here. I would think about maybe taking them away if it wasn't for the fact that they're barely keeping up with the energy. The only reason that there's still 50 here is because I put a limit on how much can be taken from here. So we'll leave here. They'll sit here and collect that energy. These are only digger ants. We can't We can't use the infinites. So we're going to need 15 ants to extra ants on top of, let's see. We got 1.
A good question. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 3.
We have 21 ants in there. 15 plus 21.
A lot of boring math later.
6, 3. That's 36 ants. 36 ants, and I won't have to worry about this ever having to go down because there will be just infinite ants. All right. I'm thinking.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'll just put the charging station. I'll line it up right here, and then just have them go right back to there to go cycle in. So that leaves me about 114 ants left to do everything else. That's inventing. That's this. That's if I can get up to 150 population. As it stands, we're not doing it. So it looks like we're almost there. And then we need to get this. What is this? Different pods. Oh yeah, we don't have, we're not getting there. I know that last episode I said we'll try and establish a colony over here because we do really need the glass. But the problem is my foundation is very unstable. I need to stabilize it. I'm not exactly sure what to do about this because it seems like it constantly eating. I'm like, do I make this smaller and just collect this and have a smaller circle instead of going all the way here? And then maybe setting up another one over here that does a circle there. Maybe, I mean, there's a lot of plants in here. Like I'm throwing ants at this and there's still energy pods all there. It's not cleared out. It's not cleaned out. Kind of like this. I'm like, this is good cleaned out. Look, you got a whole bunch of cleared out ones, but there's still a whole bunch of energy still there. So obviously I can still put more ants on that line. So I'm not exactly sure.
Think. Think.
This looks like it's doing good. As long as I can keep the energy coming, this looks like it's. Oh, wait, let's look at this. Oh, okay. There's one. So I was all like, maybe this one is keeping up with them cycling through, but there's one that going over here and collecting some energy. So it looks like this could be the permanent primary, and this is the secondary, which is great because if we get a excess of this, then I can start doing the inventor ants to continue on the tech tree. What do we have? Oh, making an ant there. Oh yes, because we only have 100 ants. So this looks like it might work. This 3. I could probably move this up a little bit to shorten the path. So yeah, I think that's going to be our goal, is to fill these up with 2 apiece. That should be plenty to start with, at least until we get up to like stage 7. Hopefully that gives us 200 ants. Then I will fill it up with just 4. That's 8 right there. No, 4, 16. There's 16 there. Then we'll fill this up with, let's say, 4. And 2 here. 1 here. 1 here. That's fine. So, yeah, I think that will be our goal, is to just try and make permanent worker ants. But that's the thing. It's like, are we going to have enough energy? I'm pretty sure we're not going to have enough energy to do that. We're going to have to figure something out. I'm thinking about ripping all this out and making the circle smaller in this area. Because if it's smaller, then we have a more rapid fire. As it stands, they have to go all the way down here, come around here, go over here, and come back down to here. That's a long walk for when they're just carrying energy. That.
Ah!
I think that would work. Yeah. So here's the idea. So we have a cluster of a good amount of flowers right here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a carry gate, wherever that is. There it is. We'll do a carry gate. We'll go carry, boom. If you're carrying energy, we'll put a null gate. We'll say, hey, just go over here. Basically cut the line. Just, you don't need to go all the way around. Just cut the line and go here. So why do you have a bolt? Why do you have a bolt? Come over here. Go drop that bolt. I don't know why you have a bolt, you weirdo. All right, and sure. Now go back. Go back to collecting energy. So we're basically cutting the line, making it shorter as long as they have energy. All right, and that's the key. As long as they have energy, they can make a quicker route. So what do we do here? Let's delete this because this was for one of the immortal ants. I didn't want them to be part of the main run. But we'll delete that too because that was for something else. Oh, oops. I am sending the old ants over here. That's fine. With these gates, they'll be fine. They won't waste their time. So path comes over here, hits this big group of flowers. Cool. So what we'll do is we'll put another one of these gates here and say, if you're carrying any energy, come down here. And we'll grab it. Grab this there. And we'll come down to this point. There we go. All right. Then we'll come up, they come up here, they grab this. All right, so let's say, here's a cutoff. So we'll make another gate here. And a null gate. And have them go down here. Okay. And if they still haven't done it, this is enough. They go basically right back to there. So that, I think that's going to be more efficient. I think that's going to be a smart idea with such a long trap. Basically, it's like, hey, cut off. We don't need you to go around the whole full circle. Look, we got another one. You don't need to go around the full circle. Just go back, drop off the... Look at that. Oh, that is shooting up. That is awesome.
Yes! Yes!
That's great. So that means I can actually start funneling off some of these ants to doing the research. So let's do that. So we'll bump this up to 3. 3 sounds good. So 3 ants. And then over here, I got to change this back to these guys. And this is going to be opened up because we have enough energy in there. All right, so we got that. We can start getting some research done. That's great. Awesome. We still haven't got this up and running. That's fine. How's our rubble pile doing? Man, these ants are just so slow. It's fine. Because as soon as we clean up all this rubble, we will... You know what? We're going to need a second one of these anyways. So we will slap down another stockpile. Let's see, where can I stick this? Let's stick it here. There we go. So we'll throw another stockpile down to collect the scrap. Because we're going to need a second one. Because if you take a look, iron pile. Iron is one of the most crucial materials for your colony. Besides being a core building block, it can also be used to boost your population. You need to gather a lot of it. It says mine 500 pieces. Only one of these hold 392, so I'm going to need 2 of these. But I'm going to need miners to do it. So, alright. Might not be the most exciting one. But we did run into the issue of my population dropping. I'm not going back up. We fixed this. Oh yeah, 237. Yes, that's awesome. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Going for 1,000 subscribers. Leave a comment. Peace.